Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome, boy. Oh, the delay. Oh, the delay. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Hello. How are we doing today? We're just talking to people today. I'm pretty sure. And I don't think this is probably like the last month for this playthrough, which I want to say thank God, because it just feels like I have this like Leone, and it's like, oh my god. And then like, I don't know who else is on our roster. We have like Ferdinand can never dodge anything, Von Iyer. We've got like we have Dorothea. Like, this is just, man, it's just not good, dude. Basically, I'm excited for a party change. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Started playing, that's Valkyria Chronicles, right? 4? It's 70 hours long. You're just gonna play it again. Welcome, Unicorn. Welcome, welcome. I wasn't sure if you were saying, oh, it's gonna be another good 70-hour Fire Emblem playthrough. Like, Yeah, this time we're gonna definitely go for 70 hours. I was actually thinking, if I maybe like skip the monastery, like skip talking to people on the last playthrough, because I really can't imagine like how different the dialogue is gonna be. But if we have literally different people, I think that was the point, is like I think everything pre-time skip was like the same. Maybe. But then post-time skip, it's like if the events are the same, but they're gonna be different characters, that's fine. Just means that we can like advance faster, right? Some new students, but a lot of post-time skip will be the same. Yeah, so it's like, you know, like maybe I just talk to Claude and then like not worry about talking to like Leone.
These are Monica's people, aren't they? The ones who killed Captain Gerald. Then this is my real opportunity for revenge. There's no way I can back down from this one. If we lose, it's the end for Fodlan, so we have to win, even if it kills us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I mean, they kind of have ICBMs. I feel like we kind of need to do something about that, otherwise, you know. Otherwise we die. That is correct, Leone. Thank you for elucidating that. Your last playthrough took 70 hours. Yeah, okay, of Valkyria Chronicles. With many things to do. Yeah, my short-term forecast, I guess. Forecast? My forecast for Fortnite. There's like Ender Magnolia is next week, so I want to start that. If we just... It's a Metroidvania, so I can't imagine it's too long. ICBM. Intercontinental Big Mommies. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so there's Ender Magnolia, which probably doesn't need to take that long. It's a Metroidvania, probably like 20 hours. I would imagine. Unless it's their second game and the first one did really well, so they added like a lot more content. Which I doubt. A little bit. And then there's like Monster Hunter Wilds, which I probably want to play a lot of. And then there's... oh, and then there's Spire 2, which is supposed to be sometime in 2025. I think they were like early 2025, right? For the open beta. I can't imagine they'll have modding tools available at that time. Yeah, those were the three things that I was thinking about. I guess I'm just trying to think about, like, time and what things I want to play. Because I also sort of wanted to play this RPG that I was told was good. Definitely don't have the most time next week, because I will be out of the castle next weekend. Will not be here. Actually, that's not really true. I just won't be here Friday, Saturday. I'll probably be back for Sunday. Just in time to... just in time to... Actually, no, now that I think about it, if Sunday is...
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. But Sunday's the morning stream, so being here for 10 is, like, probably not... be very difficult. February 28th for Monster Hunter. Oh yeah, and there's also, I've been wanting to play the Elden Ring DLC. And I don't know if that's something I want to do on stream.
Hey.
Because it's been so long. Like, I feel like I would need to play the game again. But then I'd have to play the game again. I don't know if I want to do that. You know?
Hello.
Like, do I want to replay the entirety of Elden Ring on stream?
Right.
I don't even remember what my first character was. I think it was just
Hello.
Lance. I think I wanted to do guarding. And I do not remember anything outside of that. I just don't. I do remember I made, like, a thumbnail.
Hi there.
Sort of towards the end of that playthrough. And then it, like, ended pretty fast after I made the thumbnail. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'll make, like, I'll draw something, I guess. And then the playthrough, like, ended. Which, I don't know, I guess it's fine for the one time. I think those don't even have that many views on them. Which, to be fair, one on my channel has a lot of views. Let's see. Golden Wing. Yeah, it was literally like 3. Three streams. I don't know why this one is privated. But I guess it is. Man, that was a while ago. These were one heck of a while ago, weren't they? When was this? April 2022. That's gonna be like 3 years ago now. Soon. Wow. What? Right, and then I remember I gave myself a PNG of Ranny. That was pretty good. Called it the Ranny Shield. I don't know, man. I just don't know what I want to do. There's both many things to do and also I guess that's not really a I was gonna say, yeah, that's totally a dichotomy, 100%. They're both, or contradictory? What is the right term here? I was gonna say there's both many things to do, and yet I cannot make a decision. Which I think is funny, because it's like, why would you assume that having a lot of decisions would make it easier? It's like, obviously not. The classic analysis paralysis. Yeah, there's so much to do, so much to see, so much to do, so much to see, so much to do, so much to see. So much to do, so much to see. And maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. Any appreciators of the classic Wonderful? I don't like getting this person's name wrong. It's Neil Siriga, right? Neil Siriga. Wonderful. It's wonderful. Incredible. What a classic. Oh my god. This video is 10 years old. Shit. Just make a spin the wheel. My friend does that apparently. Not really though. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. I mean, cue back to the thing that I was saying where it's like, just make decisions, just do things. You know? Stop worrying about every single little decision. It doesn't matter. Your actions don't matter. Just do things. Yeah, I am wondering about next week what I'm gonna do. Because I think because I want to get the finale of Fire Emblem, it's like, I think the most amount of time I'll have is either Tuesday or Wednesday. So I will probably do the finale on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we'll probably have, like, Tuesday, yeah, so there's Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I'll probably have a metaphor stream. At least one. And then I think the 23rd is the Thursday? Which means Ender Magnolia comes out on the Thursday, and then we'll probably play that on Thursday. That's what I've got. Flipping a coin is not the worst way to decide. If you're happy with the outcome, then go with it, and if you're not, then you know how you felt all along. Yeah, that's actually not bad. That's interesting. Interesting way to look at it. Which basically, if you flip a coin, and then you... if you experience a lot of resistance, then yeah, I guess it's like, well, you didn't want to do that anyways, so, you know. The hourglass doesn't move on its own, something, something, the rest. I don't actually know the saying. The hourglass doesn't move on its own. Oh, is this a, wait, is this the theme for the flag person? Or is it? Yeah. Yeah, this is the flag guy. Sin Kisuke. Did someone say Guilty Gear? Welcome, Cooler. Yes. My understanding is that Unicorn plays Guilty Gear. I am bad at fighting games, so I don't do this. Okay. But I remember when I saw this person, I was like, oh, this person's really cool. They're me! They're just like me! For real, for real! For real, they're just like me. Because they're a flag. They do flag things. They fight with flag. Is this character bad? I'm just wondering. Asking for a friend. Not that I would ever play this game. I'm just curious. The most jacked 3-year-old I've ever seen. What the fuck do you mean? Like, literally, what do you mean this person's 3? He's currently mid-tier? I see. Who is the most broken person in the current Guilty Gear? He is canonically 3 years old. Man. It's Johnny. What the fuck is this person? Never seen this person in my life. Oh man, dude. Man, I'm just so down atrocious, dude. Every time someone says Guilty Gear, I'm reminded that Elfelt exists. Oh man. Oh, dude. Just God. Holy moly, dude. She's made out of thighs. Actually, now that I think about it, like, I think the newest Guilty Gear was like most people are made out of thighs, which is great. I'm a huge fan, but yeah, Elfelt is crazy attractive.
You there?
Also, she has a gun. You know what they say about girls with guns? Is that there's a joke to be made here.
Oh.
They also have penises. Yes, see, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but yes, that is correct. That is what I was implying.
Hey.
I think that's probably got to be one of the most... One of my friends plays a character in Dungeon Fighter. Actually, it's in the fighting game where female launcher has very big guns,
That's so.
which must mean that which must mean she has a big gun.
You there?
Do people actually say that? Yeah, as I was explaining, my friends and I say that. We go like, damn, she's got a big gun. Female launcher, my favorite food in RE. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. She's just got a huge laser rifle that she charges up and blasts on people.
Oh.
Bar's about to get cucked by Nagori Yuki. Who's that person? I think I recognize that name. This is just the... Oh. This is the samurai weeb guy. He is, like, canonically a weeb, right? Because that's the thing that makes this guy great. Is this character good? I'm just curious. Hey Tim, welcome. Also, what the fuck? Like... You just show up, and you splash me? Like... Is that ever gonna change? Are you ever gonna, like, you know... Just consider doing something else? The funny thing is, whenever I see lewd female launcher art, it's exclusively Fuda. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying, Cooler, is that, like, listen, I don't make the rules. When people say, like... When people are, like, big gun, whenever they see someone who is, like, they handle big guns, like, the conclusion that people make is that they must, like, be a Fuda. That's, like, it. I don't make the rules. That's just it's just what it is.
Pardon me.
By good, I mean top tier. Oh, okay. That's cool. He lived in Japan, so I don't think he's a weeb. He's usually pretty good. Don't know if he still is. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. For some reason, I thought, like, someone told me that the canonic lore of this character was that, like, he was not, like, from Japan. He was just like, I think samurai swords are cool. Oh, Chip is the weeb. Okay, let me see. Chip. Chip. Oh, this guy definitely looks like a weeb, 100%. Oh, who's the other person? Who's the other Valentine? This person, man. Dude, Ramnathal? Actually crazy. She has 2 big swords. Oh my god, dude. This girl is also made out of thighs. Nice. What the fuck is that? Why does her cape have spikes? Oh, man. Chip is also a reformed drug addict who's now the president of a whole country. What the fuck? What the... What the hell? I'm not the one they call No Splash Tim? What the... I mean, yeah, what does it matter if you're called Tim or No Splash Tim? What's the difference? Ramlethal is my top tier GG character. Not in the game though, she's my waifu. Yeah, I mean, she's pretty good. She's made out of thighs. Again. It's supposed to look like a mouth. It used to be slimy and Xerd? Is that... How do people say that? Because I want to say third. But it's Xerd. Xerd. Tim, you gotta control yourself here, man. You can't just be splashing every single time. You gotta like wait. You gotta charge it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Xerd. Oh man. Oh, Ramlethal's smile is very attractive. And by attractive, I mean I'm shitting my pants. Oh, how's Totsugeki? Does she still exist? She's still like a real character? Because all I remember is Swiggity Swooty, my Totsugeki is coming for your booty. I'm trying to... What? Okay, I just want to look at Guilty Gear. Character list. Because I think it's unfair that, like, characters, there's so many like cool characters in fighting games and I don't get to play any of them because I'm freaking terrible at video games. There's one thing that will make me instantly fall in love with a character, it's the thighs. Yes. I love how Flower just calls Mei Totsugeki. Well, yeah, because it's what she is. Mei is a very neutral-focused character with good damage and usually high tier. The thighs are key to a character's design. I agree with that. I have no biases, but, you know, I just agree with that. I think we're all thigh appreciators in this chat. If there's one linking, one tying trait we all have, it is that. Alright, Potemkin. He's cool. Haha, dodged it, loser. Nerd. What, you thought you could just pat the thighs? Well, they're over here. You goober. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of these other characters. Yeah, haha, you can't hit me, can you? I know you're trying real hard, but it's over there. What the fuck? Who is this? Also, what does unique mean? Because I have different things. There's balance, zoning, rushdown, and there's unique. Oh, power? You're really struggling there, aren't you? Happy Chaos is called shooting. That's so funny. Oh, Jacko's face is, like, really pretty. Refers to their gameplay style. Yeah, but there's so many unique characters that it's like, well, what the fuck do you mean by that? Have I been shown Dizzy before? Why does she have flowers in her hair? I think I was told of this person's existence because she has, like, weird angel wings that aren't really angel wings. Oh, and she has, like, the spiky halo. That's cool. Yeah, Jacko crazy. Broken halo. Easy to use. Sorry, does easy to use mean is lower easier or higher easier? I don't know. I don't understand. But yeah, there are some of these characters that I just, like, I swear I've never heard of before. More stars is easier? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I was reading it correctly. There are some characters who fall into archetypes, but others that are so different in terms of gameplay that they're literally unique. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that it's like I don't know. I always wonder if that's how accurate is that, in the sense that I believe them, I understand, but it's like, bro, how are you making like 8 unique characters? Come on, they can't be that different. But yeah, I think the characters that I don't know, I'm pretty sure Sol and Kai are like the like Ken Ryus of Guilty Gear, right? Like they're the generic poster boys. Do not know Axel. I know Potemkin. Shotos is a term for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew Faust existed. I do not know Milia. She looks like she will... Oh my god, dude. Holy hips, lady. Do not know who Zato is. Ramlethal is great. Yeah, so the thing that I wanted to say was what I like about Guilty Gear, or the current set of Guilty Gear style characters, whatever, is that everything's like a little thick. Like if you look at Ramlethal's hat, like the ear part of the hat is just like a little, it's like a little thick. Like everything is like a little wide and a little thicker, right? Everything has a lot of volume, right? And I think they did that in Monster Hunter World as well. Like they made a lot of the tassets just like a little wider and thicker. Yeah, like this Leo guy is built like a fucking brick wall, dude. He's so wide. Like the silhouette is just very wide. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that about the designs. Do not know who Giovanna is. Or Angie. Yeah, I don't know any of these characters. I've never seen them before. Are the thighs unique? Man, I hope so. Well, actually, I don't want them to be unique. I want them to be... I generically want them to be thick all the time. Oh, shit. I full screened that. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's like... Are any of these people, like, cool? Is there anything cool about these characters? I'm looking at the second row so far. Oh, Faust throws items? Goddamn platinum looking ass. ABA. Put the thighs back on screen? What? God, you guys are so needy. Jeez, there you go. Alright. So I thought I could take a break. I'm sorry. Who's this person? Angie. He fights with fans. He's a fan guy. That's kind of cool. Oh, shit. I went all the way back. Fucking... I know. You know what they say? Thick thighs save lives? He's Baiken's fan guy? Yeah, Baiken is the one-armed samurai lady, right? She's in the... Ray's in the background. Jeez, man. Damn. She's great. Also apparently very easy to play. Oh, it's Eno? Eno. I thought you were saying I for Baiken, so it'd be like Beacon. with the big personality, she's definitely got it. And humongous tits. Yes. There's a hover dash. This is Eno. The fuck is this? Gold Lewis Dickinson. What a fucking name, dude. See, we were talking about wide character designs. This guy is wide. He is fucking thick. I think I've seen Happy Chaos because you've told me about him before. What the fuck does Bedman have a question mark in his name? Oh. You're a tiny person. Is it the robot or the girl? Guy? I don't... Are they like a doll character? Bedman's the robot. The girl's his sister. I see. Got it. I understand. Bedman used to be the guy sleeping in the bed, but he ascended for lack of a better word, and now his soul lives in the bed. That's very funny to me. Because the picture is the fucking orb, and then it's like, okay, well, who's your... Like, who is... Like, I understand orb, but at the same time, also, like, how do you float around as the orb? It's like, oh no, there's a small girl who is the person who walks around. Sounds like Bernie's ideal death. Yeah, she's just fucking chilling on her bed. Exurd. Bedman has incredible voice lines. Yapping the character? Is that for reals? What is this? Testament? Oh! They have a scythe. For some reason I thought that was like a guitar. I don't know why I thought it was a guitar, but it's not. It's just a scythe. He loves talking, but hates holding conversations with others. Honestly, damn, that's so real and base. That's literally just me. Bedman's yapping is so long his subtitles are the size of a small paragraph. That's actually so funny. There was who was the character that was like that in God, what is... It's like those things where it's like, this is not important, but it's funny because we can do it. There's that character in Skullgirls, I think, who has like the trumpet, and you can play a fucking trumpet solo before you do your super or something, which is hilarious. Big Band, I think that's their name, yeah. Just play an entire trumpet solo before you finish your your attack. Alright, see you later, Tim. Bye-bye. His entire deal is that he's so smart that if he ever wakes up, his brain will fry himself. Okay. Which is why he has the robo-bed, so he only talks to people when they basically go into his mind. The reason he dislikes talking to people is that they're too dumb and bore him. I see. Understandable. Asuka looks like a... It's like a priest guy. He has the cosmos in his cloak. And then Bedman fucking died and now he's just a bed. He's the MTG character. He just does magic things. He throws cubes at people. Yep, these all look like things. As in literal card game mechanics? Oh. Like actually. I never understood why people thought yo-yos as a weapon was like a good idea. Bridget exists. When you want to... I feel like whenever I see a Bridget character, I'm like, ah yes, the certified Ayaya character. This gets the Ayaya stamp of approval. Oh, this was the character you were talking about, ABA. What did you say about them? Let's scroll up. My favorite Guilty Gear girl, too bad she's married to a giant axe. Didn't someone tell me about this character? How she, like, has a... Doesn't she have, like, a berserk stance or something? Where she does a shit fuck ton of damage? Am I thinking of someone else? I love how Flora is going through the Guilty Gear wiki while everyone is staring at their thighs. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Is there would you like assistance with anything else? That's Abba? Yes. I feel like I was told about this person at some point in time. Paracelsus is funny. Did I get to them yet? Oh, that's the axe. Okay, got it. Don't know about Stride, but she had Moroha mode and Goku Moroha mode. She has a jealousy stance where she goes feral and gets new moves and does a crap ton of damage. Yeah. I like berserk stances, I think they're cool. Or you're just like, I'm gonna take extra damage, but I will kill you. I guess I like them in concept, but not necessarily in gameplay. I do find it funny that Happy Chaos is just called shooting. They're not called unique, they're just shooting. They shoot. That's what they do. Sin is Flag Boy. It's just the fucking text is so funny. We can go anywhere. Like, thanks. Thanks, Sin. Appreciate you. The giant key thing is her husband, and Abba's character mode is basically her and Paracelsus going through marriage counseling. That's extremely funny. Hold on, guys. We gotta go through the story mode of literally going to marriage counseling, couples therapy. Like, Slayer is just a butler? Question mark? He's just a guy? His dukes define dandyism. He's a vampire. Okay, sure. It's like, ain't... Slayer is a vampire. Yeah, I was like, there's no way this guy is... looking like that and he's normal. Oh, he's a pipe. That's a cool attack. Slayer is a degen played by people with no self-respect. Oh no. He's also from an upper dimension, to put it simply. Canonically, the strongest character in Guilty Gear lore, and he founded dandyism. Am I supposed to know what dandyism is? Romanticism, contrary to what is that? Huh? I joined to see what? Welcome, Berg. What's the problem? I need to distract people somehow, otherwise they'll leave, so. Yeah, I'm just thirsting over Guilty Gear characters. Elfelt exists, and my god, dude. It's just not fair, you know? It's not fair, man. It's just not. Yeah, I think that's basically everybody. I commented on Dizzy before. She has the angel motif. Very cute. Johnny! Yep, that's all of them, actually. I went through all of them. Okay. Sorry. Distractions gotta go. Oop. What the? What the? There we go. Dizzy is also Kai's wife and Sin's mom. Oh. That's neat. No cum? Yes. Sin is canonically 3, in case you forgot. I do remember that. What is it? Are they on the... I didn't see them on the site. Oh, what the fuck? This guy's got... This guy's his beard is crazy, dude. They're from Xrd. Sorry, maybe I should have looked at the list for Xrd instead of Strive.
Professor.
Guy? Wait. Is it the person chilling... being chilling inside? Is it... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... It's just Diva, but, like... with a muscly... fighter guy? They're a mech? What the fuck? What the fuck, man? That's crazy. That's so stupid. Okay. I wish I could see an easier at-a-glance list of characters. I think I recognize all of these. Yeah, also, is it coom? Like, what is... Should I be concerned about how I'm saying this person's name? It's coom? Alright. Sonic Coom! You can change the speed and direction of them while they travel? What the fuck? That's stupid. That doesn't seem fair at all. Venom? What the heck? Why does he look like he's holding his pole out at me? What is this? He plays billiards? Ah, I see. He plays with balls. Just stick and balls. Understandable. Is there any other people of note that I should look up? Have I told you all about this character from Soul Calibur called Sophitia? She's kind of cool. I know nothing about her lore. But she has this really cool throw called Heaven's Arch. I wonder if that would show up. There's no autocomplete. Heaven's Arch. Ah, yes, of course. Man. How incredible. It's just... the fucking freeze frames of it look so goofy. I mean, it's already goofy, but, you know. Terrible. It's so ridiculous. Alright, anyways. Fun fact, Dizzy is Soul Bad Guy's daughter, thus he is also Sin's grandfather, and Kai's father-in-law. Ha. Sophia has a daughter. I'm pretty sure she retains Heaven's Arch and the titty throw. Yeah, don't they have a... I'm pretty sure it was only... Yeah, it's Pyrrha. Pyrrha? I think she only existed in 4, didn't she? Because they went back to Sophia in 5 and 6. Well, she appears in 3, apparently. She appears in 5. And then... Yeah, I guess she's not in 6. Yeah, got it. I understand. Yeah, see, there was another throw. I don't remember what the other throw was called, but it's the one where she, like, literally jumps on you and, like, snaps your neck. I don't know what that one's called, but that's also a good throw. Just wanted to, you know, share, since we were talking about fighting game characters. Let's forget the fact that it's already went on this tangent yesterday. Okay, let's get the talking done,
was all right
at least.
after all. Well done bringing her back safely.
Oh, I guess we can go
Finally,
talk to Rhea. She
us
probably
true believers
exists.
May breathe easy again.
Exists.
Simply magnificent.
So I can...
Hmm? You're saying the fight isn't over yet?
Damn, this person was yapping. Oh, does she not exist? Does Rhea not exist? She's just not on the map. They didn't want to put her on the map for, like, the last chapter? That's so funny. Come on, man. Come on.
You have my thanks. I heard that Lady Rhea's back. But why hasn't she shown herself to everyone yet? Oh, she's convalescing. Fair enough. She was in captivity for a long time. I pray that she feels better soon.
Right.
Holy cracker is the jump on your shoulders throw, and thus ends the fighting game tangent. Yeah, holy cracker is like a... That's a move. If I've ever seen a move in a fighting game, that sure is a move.
Spans 1,185 years, and just like that, it ends. But the Hresfelg legacy could live on. When Edelgard assumed power, there were no other rightful heirs. She said that whoever takes the throne next should do so by virtue of merit, not blood. And she truly meant what she said. At any rate, I feel that a huge hole has opened up in my heart. Who knows if it can ever be filled?
Right, I guess for Ferdinand it feels really weird, because he pretty explicitly was in competition, his own self-proclaimed competition against Edelgard. And now it's like, I guess I'm not competing against Edelgard because she's dead. Well, I don't know anymore. Well, shit.
The moment we defeat 80, the nobles cozy up to the Alliance and Church. That lot really does think only of themselves and no one else. But then there's Count Burgles. He used to be Minister of Military Affairs. He sacrificed his own life so that all the soldiers and officers who fought could be given quarter. When I heard that, I don't know, that simple act of humanity, I couldn't help it. I burst into tears. You know Count Burgles is Caspar's father, right? I can't even imagine how Caspar must feel about it.
Do we have Caspar? We don't, right? Did we kill him? Just compete with the guy who beat her? Yes. I think that Ferdinand should actively fight me. I'm pretty sure Caspar is dead. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure Caspar died. I think he's dead, dude. I don't know if Caspar... I don't know about that. Let's go bug Bernadetta. Wait, I thought we already talked to Bernadetta. Did I not? Oh no, we just did like 2 chapters last time. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, where is she? She's in the greenhouse. Oh my god, she left her room. That's crazy. You are outside.
With Edelgard gone, maybe Fodlan will finally find some peace. That's all well and good, but, she was also the one to put my father under house arrest. So now he's been released and he's taken charge of House Farley. I can't handle it. I can't deal with him. Please, you have to do something.
Sorry, what was this? I don't know. This?
Thank you so much.
I'll just exile him. Okay, I'm definitely gonna do that, Bernadetta.
Professor.
Yeah, isn't Casper the friendly ghost like a... Yeah, it's like, this is old. This is actually old. Oh my god. That's crazy. Did it get like a reboot recently? It'd be funny. Damn. This shit is old. That's actually old. That's a... I shouldn't acknowledge that I know that exists. Thank you for that. I should not acknowledge that that exists. Because it makes me look old.
Oh.
Gatekeeper.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I can hardly believe you managed to handle the capital city like that. Everyone did sterling work. I really thought we'd know peace after that battle. But we're not quite there yet, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately there are people holding
Professor!
ICBMs just
Lyria's return
somewhere.
has already been proclaimed to all the churches in all parts of Fodlan. They are also being informed by order of Seteth that visitations are very restricted for the time being. It makes sense. Otherwise, pilgrims would come from all over Fodlan and overwhelm the monastery.
It just throws me off so much that the portraits have the shadow over the eyes. It's like, why y'all look so goddamn sus? Why you looking sus?
Yes.
We finally got Lady Rhea back from the Empire and fulfilled our mission. I wish we could afford for her to have a good long rest, but that just isn't possible.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's not like she's out and about.
Mysterious
She's probably
power
just being
threatening
chilling.
The very future of Fodlan? Certainly we cannot give it leeway. Right now, the Empire, the Kingdom, and even the Alliance no longer exist. There is only Fodlan, and Fodlan must fight together as one.
Yeah, aren't you like a
Fear
little
will serve
scared?
no purpose here. The only path to survival now is victory. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to strike the decisive blow on the enemy commander. Oh, that would secure my place in history for certain.
Lorenz, I'm going to make sure that you explicitly don't get the opportunity to do that. And by that I mean I'm not deploying you. I am not looking forward to needing to use Lorenz next run.
Professor!
I'm really not. I'm not. I just can't. I'm gonna have to watch like 90 more Lorenz supports, like, basically kill me. In Minecraft, of course.
Okay. We saved Rhea and the Empire has crumbled. The kingdom may as well be finished too. The reasons for me to remain in Fodlan are fading. Of course. I've come this far. May as well see it through to the end.
I think that stays the same in like the other paths as well. What are you, some kind of freak?
Professor!
Freak
Professor,
liking
My
Lorenz?
most heartfelt thanks and congratulations on Lady Rhea's safe return. With your magnificent achievements, maybe you'll join the ranks of the saints one day. I'm sure when the monastery is rebuilt, they'll make a proper statue of you. All majestic and shiny and tall. Oh, I just know they will.
Since you'll be playing as F. Byleth, you better believe I'll campaign for Lorenz or Hanneman marriage. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to needing to deal with the atrocious suitors that are going to be put in front of me. It's like, oh, aren't you happy with Hanneman? Oh, they're just going to talk about crests all day. It's like, ah, yeah. You got it, dear. Like, you got it, honey. It is funny that I say that because I did
Really?
basically self-admittedly say that I think
As
it's...
history proves, everything comes to an end eventually.
I appreciate
I
when
knew
people
that
are
all
just
along,
dorks
but it still came as a surprise.
or can
Those
feel
who
comfortable
slither
being
in the
dorks.
dark. It's all so fascinating and strange. They must certainly have a long history of their own.
Like-
And when they fall, that will come quickly too, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm paying
That
attention
almost
to you,
sounded like
Lynn,
a
I swear.
prophecy there. Am I spooking you yet?
No. The thing that I was gonna say was, Gigi had a sponsored stream with Cookie Run Kingdom, and it's like, oh my god, you've just... It's like, here's this gacha account of 4 years. Here's all the shit I have. Like... It's like, yes, please speak at me about things that I do not understand. tell me about how this one cookie is very cute. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I get it, but you got it, sure. Imagine thinking a dork is cute, rambling about something they like. How's Magic going? Well, Magic is today. I think, do they have any interesting games on... No, I already talked about the games I had on Friday, which were like... The one game that I won, I literally had to cast like 8 board wraths or something like that. It was actually obnoxious. Because they've given... It's not that they've given, but I swear, like... aggro decks just draw way too many fucking cards. Like, green-white is not supposed to have, like, 12 cards in their hand. I don't know why that's fair. It's really not. But in order to deal with the green-white player who had, like, 12 cards in their hand, I was like, okay, well... Here's a billion board wraths. Also, the one person, they played Grixis Pile. But it's Grixis Pile with a bunch of clones. So, unfortunately, that meant I had to fight against, like, 70 Sun Titans. They're like, okay, I will clone your Sun Titan and reanimate Flesh Duplicant to make a Sun Titan. And I'm like, wow, this is fucking obnoxious. And I hate this. So I farewelled away the graveyards so that there was no Sun Titan.
Professor.
Because I was... Listen, I'm mad about Sun Titan. The reason I'm mad about Sun Titan is because I think the card is sick. Like, I just like playing Sun Titan and getting back lands. But the problem is that it's like 6 mana. And for me, I just feel like tapping out for 6 mana is just bad. It's like, man, I sure hope the Sun Titan, like, survives a turn cycle, and then it doesn't. You're like, wow, I paid 6 mana for that card and got back a land. Great. Wow, awesome. TLDR, I hate decks that have to tap out to cast dumb spells that aren't even good. But also, I can't play Narset every time because that means people will stop playing the game with me. Unfortunately. I actually want to go back to, like, playing Zedru. Because I feel like that deck was just good memes.
Right.
My only problem is that Zedru costs 4 mana. So, in order for Zedru to, like... After Zedru dies the first time, he's basically uncastable. So, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever explained Zedru to you, but it is a card that allows me to pay 3 mana to give away one of my cards to an opponent, and then they control it for the foreseeable future unless anything else changes. But the entire purpose of the deck was to give people powerful cards. Like, there's one card called Heuristic Study that people, like, really don't like, to be completely honest with you. People do not like the card Heuristic Study because whenever someone casts a spell, they can pay 1. If they don't, the controller of Heuristic Study draws a card. Which basically means all of your spells cost 1 more mana, otherwise one of your opponents is going to take over the game by drawing a billion cards. Naturally, people don't pay for Heuristic Study, and then the person with the Heuristic Study wins the game. So people don't like it. The other thing they don't like about it is that the person with the Heuristic Study needs to remind the player who's casting the spell, because it's their trigger, needs to remind the player about whether, like, prompt them of if they're paying 1 mana or not to the Heuristic Study. There's literally it's like a meme image of someone, like, pointing at a piece of, like, cardboard and being like, do you pay the 1? Do you pay the 1? Hey, do you pay the 1? Because it's, like, really annoying, right? So the thing is, right, the people who dislike Heuristic Study the most are mono green players because they hate fun. We hate mono green players in this channel. All mono green players should, in fact, die in Minecraft and not exist. It's funny because green, I feel like there isn't actually a problem with green. It's just they got really pushed cards while I was playing standard. And I was like, cool, why do you have access to this? I don't like it. Also because their strategies consist of casting idiots and then attacking with them, which is dumb. And I feel like if you did literally anything else, maybe I'd be more impressed. So, okay, the point is that a mono green player does not know how to keep track of the board state. It's so funny that I'm just like throwing everything. It's like, and to any mono green players in the audience that see this in 5 years and they're like, man, why do you hate mono green players so much?
Really?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, in general, every other mono green player. Nothing to do with you, I swear. Definitely 100%. Nothing to do, no problems with you at all. It's every other mono green player. So the point is that they can't keep track of the board state. That's much too high intelligence for them. So what I wanted to do with the deck, which I successfully did, by the way, this happened in exactly one game, and I will tell you what happened, is that if you give a mono green player a heuristic study, they won't know what to do. Like, their brain, like, malfunctions because now they have to keep track of this thing that, like, they actually have to pay attention to the board state, right? So, like, every time someone casts a spell, they actually need to remind people that there's a heuristic study, which is, like, impossible for any mono green player to keep track of. So what happened was I did actually successfully give a heuristic study to a mono green player, and that mono green player communicated in the game that we were playing that they were like, oh god, this heuristic study, I can't keep track of this trigger. Like, thanks for reminding me to keep track of this heuristic study trigger, but, like, I don't know, this is just too much for me. They were commenting on how, like, it was too difficult to keep track of a heuristic study. So, you know,
Really?
I would say that the heart and soul of that deck was completed. It achieved its telos, which was to ruin a mono green player's day by being unable to keep track of one piece of cardboard. It's literally the, like, can you watch this glass of milk for me meme, and then it's just like, it's like, I'll be out for like 3 seconds, just watch this heuristic study for me, and it's like, oh god, but what if someone casts a spell? What am I supposed to do if they cast a spell? Like, there's a triggered ability? What do I need to announce it to the table? Like, I don't know, man. That's too much responsibility. Clearly I need to make a mono green deck so that I can understand. You sound like a meanie? Yes, no, that deck was explicitly to be mean against specifically mono green players. It's the same thing every time, and it happens so often. How do you forget between one spell being cast to the next? Because they just stop paying attention, poi! That's the problem! I swear to fucking god, it's like, pay attention to the game that's happening. Holy shit!
Right.
It's like, as soon as a mono green player passes turn, they just clock out. They're like, I casted my creature spell. It's time for me to fucking check out. Oh, sorry. This turn, actually, I casted a ramp spell. Oh, I'm gonna have like 6 mana next turn.
Hi.
Like, oh, nice. I know I'm being like hyperbolic in my hatred of this, but yes, the deck was in fact meant to troll people. One of the other bits which I really liked was that I had a card that copies spells. So, like, if I cast the second spell, every second spell I cast a turn either copies it 1 or 2 times. So there's a card called Wedding Ring, which is whatever. So when you cast Wedding Ring, you give Wedding Ring to another person, or a copy of Wedding Ring, and then it's whenever a player with a Wedding Ring draws a card during their turn, each other player with a Wedding Ring draws a card. Same for gaining life. So one of the other bits that the deck would do is that I would give a wedding ring to everybody at the table so that we could all be married. And then if we're all married, then we all share in drawing cards and gaining life. Alternatively, one time I won a game by giving someone like 10 wedding rings, and I had 1 wedding ring. So when I drew 1 card, they drew 10 cards. And Zedru also draws me more cards at my upkeep. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna draw 10 cards. You're gonna draw 30 and die. And my last favorite story with that deck is there's a card called Cather's Crusade. And Cather's Crusade says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, each of your creatures gets a +1/+1 counter. Now this card is notoriously very annoying to keep track of because basically, like, if your creature already had 1 +1/+1 counter on it, and then you play a new creature, that new creature is only going to have 1 +1/+1 counter, but the one that already had one is going to go to 2, which means that you need to keep track of sequentially for every creature that enters the battlefield. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., counting down to like whatever the most recent creature that entered the battlefield, right? So I gave a Cather's Crusade to someone who had a creature, and that creature said, whenever your opponent casts a spell, make a 1/1 spider token. Which meant that over the course of the entire turn cycle, every single time someone casted a spell, they had to make a spider token, and that normally, when you make a bunch of tokens, you just put them in one stack. Because it's like, oh, I have like 6 spiders, so I'm gonna like put 1 spider token, and I'm gonna put a d6 on the spiders to denote that there are 6 spiders. The thing is that each of the spiders had a different amount of +1/+1 counters on it because of Cather's Crusade. So I was like, no, you need to have like a spider token for each of them, because that one has 6 1/1 counters on it, and then the next one has 5 1/1 counters, and then the next one has 4. So it got to their turn, and they were like, okay, I have all of these spiders tokens, they have like 1 billion power from this Cather's Crusade. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So like, you know, I have a question for you. I asked them, I was like, do you want to keep playing this game? Like, are you having fun? Right? My question was, are they having fun, like, with their Cather's Crusade? Because, you know, I think that's a normal, reasonable thing to ask. I gave this person this card with the hopes that they were enjoying themselves, right? That's a complete fucking lie. I was hoping that I was ruining their day. Not exactly. It's a troll deck. And then they were like, I don't know what you're talking about or why you're asking me this question, because like I'm gonna attack everyone for lethal. The guy had like, you know, over 200 attack power on board with their 7 billion individual spider tokens, which each had a different amount of +1/+1 counter dice on them that they were keeping track of over the course of the entire turn cycle. And I was like, no, I was just wondering if you were having fun. Because when he attacked with everything, I casted Aether Spouts, which says for each attacking creature, either put it on the top or bottom of the opponent's deck. So like this guy just spent like 10 minutes having to make like a whole bunch of spider tokens and like put +1/+1 counters on them. And then he's like, okay, finally this game can be over and I can stop keeping track of this stupid ass Cather's Crusade spider tokens. And I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna board wrath you at instant speed. Have fun keeping track of more. Oh, sorry, I casted a spell, you get a spider. That spider enters the battlefield and then triggers Cather's Crusade. Stupid. The entire deck was stupid. Sadist far. Oh yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I have also... Oh, another good bit is that there's a card called Glacial Chasm. Glacial Chasm is a land that says you can't take damage. And this is a broken magic card. Kind of, sort of. Because it's very hard to interact with lands. And typically decks that play Glacial Chasm and have ways to like get it back. So even if you destroy Glacial Chasm, usually they'll have ways to get it back from the graveyard or make copies of it or something like that. Which is super annoying, right?
Right.
You really have to make sure you're coming prepared with the right stuff in order to beat out a Glacial Chasm. I was actually considering putting like another card in my Narset deck, like Skullcrack or something, so that I don't have to deal with that stupid bullshit. Anyways, so part of the stipulation on Glacial Chasm is that you cannot attack, because way back in the day with old card design, they were like, oh yeah, the only way someone can win the game is by attacking for combat damage. So this Glacial Chasm doesn't do anything because it's going to give them time, but it doesn't let them attack, and you're just at a standstill with your opponent. Right, which of course there are several other ways to win the game that have nothing to do with attacking, so this card is silly. It is not actually symmetrical. But it does say you can't attack. So there have been several occasions where someone was about to attack with all of the creatures, which, you know, for one reason or another, they, like, were going to kill the rest of the table or something like that. Like, I can have a Glacial Chasm, but that means, like, my opponents might die, right? And the point of this deck is to prolong the suffering as long as possible and give the table as many triggers as possible to keep track of. Because that's funny. I don't know. It's a terrible bit. So what you can do is that I can, at instant speed, before my opponent declares their attacks, I'm going to give them the Glacial Chasm. Like, I will donate it to them using Zedru's ability, and then they can't attack. They're just, like, not allowed to declare any attackers because they have a Glacial Chasm. Yeah, the cumulative upkeep was intended as the balancing mechanism. Mail existed as a bad win con at the time, as did spell-based kills. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I just assumed that it was like, oh, well, this isn't a... This card is just kind of bad. I assumed that in context it would have just been kind of bad, but yeah, I guess if there was other ways to win, then it would have been fine. But yeah, there's a cumulative upkeep that's like you pay 2, 4, 6 life, basically every turn. So it's like 2, and then it's 4, then it's 6. But what's more common for decks that play Glacial Chasm and EDH is that they'll pay like 2 to keep it around for a turn. Then they'll sacrifice it, and then just like bring it back from the graveyard somehow. So... yeah, that's my rant about Magic the Gathering. Zedru was a funny deck, but it was really bad, and I didn't like that. Like, I just couldn't win games against my friends who were playing like more competent decks. So that deck is now Narset.
Professor.
So that when people are talking shit, I can just kick their ass.
The Empire has broken in smithereens. Now it is possible for me to go back to Bridget. But I cannot choose that choice. The time is still too soon for that. We must be stopping the evil for everyone in Fodlan. We will be fighting until the end of it.
Damn straight. Glacial Chasm was decent at the time. Okay, cool. It wasn't the best Glacier. That was Thawing Glacier. What does that one do again? I know that this card exists. It's like, this bounces to your hand and then you put something into play, right? Search your library for a basic land, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Return Thawing Glacier to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next cleanup step. So you could just, like, bounce this or something, right? Or, like, blink it, or... just play with multiple land drops? I don't know. Why was this card broken? I'm curious. Never miss a land drop at the cost of a very slow land. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess the idea was that, like, you know, this goes to your hand so you can just play it again. That makes sense. Okay. Alright, let's make sure we get all these conversations done. Forcing other players to slow down, adapt, or think more than usual is usually how I try to play games. Nobody likes me. It's funny because the thing about Glacial Chasm, and this is like a, you know, game design thing, right? Is that in EDH, there's no guarantee that someone is going to be able to deal with a Glacial Chasm. And especially in a deck that is able to recycle it very readily, it's particularly difficult to deal with. Like, you don't just need ways to destroy lands, which is already relatively uncommon, but you probably need ways to deal with graveyards. You need ways to deal with, like, you need multiple ways to destroy lands because they're gonna have different copies of it. Like, rather than, like, because it's a deck building game, right? Like, you have to build your deck in advance. There's no guarantee you're going to be able to deal with 4 Glacial Chasms when you play against a lands player. So, unfortunately, it ends up being, like, quite frustrating for many opponents to deal with it. Because it's like, well, how do I deal with 70 Glacial Chasms? Which, for me, I'm buying a Skullcrack today because, man... Then I don't have to be concerned, because my original answer to it was Chaos Warp, so that it doesn't go to the graveyard. But that still loses to Thespian Stage. So instead of that, I'm gonna play 1 copy of Skullcrack, and just go like, you can't... The damage can't be prevented this turn, die. I'm excited for that. Actually, let me see if my LGS has a Skullcrack, because I actually don't know. Skullcrack. That is... They do, okay. Yawn. Because I have ways to search for instants, so I think playing 1 card just in case someone Glacial Chasms me is not a bad idea. Oh, also gets around One Ring. Also gets around T-Prot. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty good. The block standard environment was very slow at the time. Even Vintage was ruled by the deck. Interesting. These are things that I simply was not aware of. But yeah, I like having answers to these kinds of stupid things. I don't think that they're... Like, I don't find them annoying. The thing I actually like doing is whenever... Like, I want my opponent to be smug behind their Glacial Chasm. Or, like, Constant Mists or whatever the heck they're using to not take combat damage. And it's like, oh yeah? Skullcrack you? You fucking die? Loser? Nice Glacial Chasm, you dumbass. Like... You know what I mean? That's what I like doing. Because, like, wow, look at this extremely powerful, stupid thing. Like, I'm going to cast the One Ring and get protection. It's like, cool, damage can't be prevented, die. Nice One Ring, dumbass. $200 card looking ass. Like... Anyways.
Please. This war might be over, but not war in general. Human beings thrive on conflict. We can't get enough of it. I don't know when.
That is a very funny thing to be saying after I was like, man, I love countering people's dumb, overpowered cards. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but the fight is still worth it. War may always come back, but so will peace. And peace is what we fight for.
You want an even more emblematic card of Ice Age block slowness? Ivory Gargoyle was one of the most popular creatures in the format, followed closely by Blinking Spirit. What do they do?
The Empire fell, the boar might finally be avenged. But something dark.
I would look it up, but I do actually want to talk to everyone in the monastery before I go, and also I didn't want to run straight to 12.
We'll have to take care of them if the boar, if Dimitri is to rest in peace.
What we got left? Ah, Lysithea still exists.
war would end with Edelgard's defeat. But that wasn't the case. This may be premature.
Oh, you know what
I'm
else?
feeling a little relieved.
So my
I have to consider
friends and
what
I
I
have been
do with
playing
myself.
Modern because,
Where
like,
I'll
since the
go
Twin
when this
unbanning,
war's finally over.
because I wanted to play
don't
Twin
have an
for
answer
no
yet.
particular reason.
Let's make sure the next battle puts an end to
Um,
this war.
But I was looking at,
All move forward.
like, I've played many Blue X control decks in my time playing Modern. Because I always wanted to play Blue-White control in, like, Return to Ravnica Standard with Sphinx's Revelation. Never got to, because I had no money. So I play, like, Blue X control decks in Modern, and they're not very good right now. I think they represent, like, 1.8% maybe of the meta. But, man, I was looking at the current Jeskai control deck, and, like, man, it's so gas. Holy shit, dude. Like, the current Jeskai control deck is insane. Like, it's probably not good, but, like, I look at it, I'm like, holy shit. It's so crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Edelgard was subjected to them too. There's no telling what their true motives are.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever their motives, what they have done is unforgivable. They must be exterminated.
Yes. Thank you, Lysithia. I agree. Extermination is required. Sylvain was talking like a Gundam protag? What, because he was like, we gotta fight, but I don't want to fight, but we gotta fight. I don't want to fight, but we have to fight. Sorry, the thing that I wanted to say quickly about Jeskai Control was that they're playing Dress Down. And I realized that the reason they're playing Dress Down is so that they can evoke Null Drifter, and then the evoke doesn't sacrifice itself, but then you draw 2 cards because the draw 2 is on cast. And I'm like, what the fuck? They can also cast Flages and put them on the board without sacrificing them by end-stepping a Dress Down. And also they're playing Arena of Glory, which you can Arena of Glory escape Flage so that it has haste and then attack with it immediately. And I'm like, dude, this deck is insane. This deck is crazy, dude. Oh, they're playing a Galvanic iteration or something, whatever. It's like Bolt, but you get energy so that you can get 3 energy, not target anything, and then you can Wrath the Skies for 2, but destroy everything that's 3 or less. And I'm like, dude, this deck is actually, like, so gas. Like, I imagine it's not super powerful because Modern is doing the stupidest shit imaginable, but, like, I just look at that and I go, like, this is so ridiculous. Yeah, you curve like end-step Dress Down on 2 and then into Null Drifter for sure. Also, like, Dress Down just seems really good at stopping things like Titan. Like, my friend plays Titan, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't need to worry about casting this Null Drifter because I'll never have open mana for Titan. Like, I have to keep up interaction. But it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, I'm just gonna Dress Down, and then your Titan doesn't do anything, untap Solitude it, like... Oh, you can also pitch Elemental Solitude and then, like, just put it on the battlefield versus burn. And then you can untap and start attacking them with a lifelinker. Like, man, this deck is sweet. I don't know. Like, I understand why it's probably not a meta deck and why it's probably not actually good, but man, like, I see all the stuff in it and I'm like, this is so fucking gas, dude. Oh, you can also Teferi, so you can end step the Dress Down, you can play 3 mana Teferi and bounce your Dress Down and recast it. It's like, dude, it's actually so insane. Like, I'm excited to try playing it today. I proxied it up to play against my friend. A lot of Gundam talks about necessity of violence while still abhorring it and its consumption of life, and thus conflicts that devour every aspect of life, and the poor youths who inherit this violent world and how that shapes them in the future. Yeah, it's like, it's unfortunate, right? Because, you know, that goes all the way down to even, like ideological conflicts, even if it's not physical violence, right? My observation is that, you know, people will have differing ideologies and complain about things. And complain about things who don't, like people who don't understand what they're saying and stuff like that. Until the end of time. And it's like, man, what a silly and ridiculous world we live in, you know what I mean? Like, we just like doomed to fail.
I am so glad that Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. I hope she will rest now, and leave it up to you and my brother to see things through.
Yeah, Flane, what would it be like to just be, you know, underground or captive or not existing at all for multiple years? I'm sure you would know nothing about that.
We rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy. But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm. In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
Yep. You got it, Catherine. Oh, there's Cyril. There's also Seteth. I'm sure Cyril is excited that Rhea is back. The idea of mutual understanding to end conflict is proposed, but even psychics with magic empathy still come into conflict with each other. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, it's like, there's a lot of layers to it, right? Because you could go like, okay, well, just understanding means that conflict won't happen, right? And it's like, well, I can understand as hard as I possibly can, but at the end of the day, like, any ideology or any kind of logical proposition that I have will have some kind of dichotomy or reverse or opposite of the thing that I said. So if I say X, there is X minus 1, like, or minus X, I should say. At any point in time, with any kind of thing that I will ever say. Right? So there's like, okay, well, if I just understand everything, then it's fine. Even if things are different. But then there will be things that, like, don't work together. And then you could be like, well, now I'm going to be angry about the fact that things don't work together. And then there's like, okay, well, I don't have to be mad about the fact that things don't work together and that there is inherently conflict in ideologies, because, like, I'm just going to accept that that is part of the world that we live in. And it's part of, like, how we exist as human beings, so it's not that big of a deal. Right? And then you could be like, well, even worrying about the fact that there are conflicting ideologies, or the fact that, like, people will have conflicting ideologies or argue about things at all. Like, even that paradigm at all, thinking or being hung up about or in conflict about why do people have conflict about conflicting ideologies. It's just like, yeah, I don't even care about that. It's fine. It's whatever. It's part of the world. It's very likely impossible to ever, you know, get to a point where that doesn't exist. So, like, we're just Bing chilling. Yeah, just because you understand something doesn't mean you'll just be friends now. Yeah. And it's like, well, if you can't inherently, like push away, how do you say, like, skim the fat, remove? If you cannot, basically, if you can't be judgmental, right? Like, you can't, if you want to be non-judgmental and understanding, you can't judge people who have violent tendencies, then you can't stop violence from happening, right? Because you have no qualifiers for judging violence as something that is bad, right? So then you could say, well, I'm just going to let violence happen, and then it's not a big deal, and I'm just going to, you know, I'm just going to Bing chill, it doesn't matter. But that means violence will happen. So if you have any kind of judgment about whether violence should or shouldn't happen, then it's like, well, that's bad in your purview. And there's not really much you can do about that. So, I don't know.
Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy!
See, I wish it could be like
But
Cyril.
things aren't gonna
You
be
know,
like
just
they used to be
simping for like a
anytime soon,
VTuber
are
or
they?
something. Simping
There's
for
still
a
folks out there that want us all dead,
your
and Lady Rhea
the
still
mommy
hasn't regained her
dommy
strength
Lady
yet.
Rhea
Speaking
equivalent.
of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
Why are you so angry? I'm not asking for anything. I just want breast milk. I mean breast milk. I mean breakfast. I mean breakfast. There we go.
Scary. Still, if there's a force in this world that clearly means us harm, we have no choice but to fight back. With our own hands.
Simping for a kind mommy queen is turn A Gundam's shtick. Well, shit. Now I need to go watch that. And V Gundam? Well.
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
Cool. Oh, man, I was hoping I could, like, flip the camera through the door or something to see if I could see what she's doing in there. Be a little creep. But yeah, I think we talked to everybody. Research supports, but no, it's just Sedith and Catherine. So we'll watch this one quickly.
Hey, Sedith. I've been meaning to ask you, what is your relationship with Lady Rhea?
That is certainly an abrupt question.
You're much closer to her than anyone else in the entire church. Certainly you're a good, upstanding person, but I can't help but feel there's something more to it.
Supporting the Archbishop is my sole professional interest. Personally, I consider her to be something akin to a companion.
A companion?
Yes, as in a traveling companion. Friends who walk the same path toward the same destination.
Companion, huh? A companion. I guess that does sound about right, now that you say it. Though, I'll confess to being quite jealous. Not many people can call themselves companions of Lady Rhea.
I do not know how she feels about it.
Oh, come on. You must trust that she feels the same about you.
There is no need for that sort of trust. My duties are the same regardless of her perspective. I consider you to be a companion also.
A companion in fighting for the Archbishop?
Certainly. Our goals are firmly aligned when it comes to that, are they not?
You're right, they are. I suppose you and I could be considered companions in that sense.
I am pleased to hear my sentiment reciprocated. I rely on you a great deal, after all. More than most.
Whoa there, what's all this now? Flattery won't win you any prizes with me, Sedith.
I do not flatter. I merely want you to understand why it matters to me that you be more cautious in battle. As your companion, it is my wish for you to be safe.
Oh, good, we're back in familiar territory, with you admonishing me. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I'll always try to live up to your expectations, so don't expect too much or you'll wear me out.
Sedith is good dad energy. Very... I don't know. I always wonder about that idea of dad energy. But it's like, okay, well, it's like, no, I just genuinely appreciate, like, because I do this sometimes, right? Where I'm like, no, I just, like, appreciate that we're friends. You know, I feel like I, like, complain to people, for example, sometimes. And it's like, oh, stop buttering them up. It's like, I don't know, man. I just feel like sometimes it's important to say things out loud. I don't know. I don't know, man. Don't make weird. Jeez. Okay, so next time we play Fire Emblem will probably be the finale of this run. It'll probably be scheduled for like Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. I will actually put up a schedule because I won't be here next weekend probably. So I need to make sure I actually have a schedule so people can catch the finale. But that being said, if you are still here, we are going to be ending Goo. If you're still here, I will say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support, as always. Didn't even read my card descriptions. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on a second. Let me do that. Thank you for reminding me, because I saw you type it, actually, and I just didn't read it. Okay, Blinking Spirit is a 4-mana 2/2 that can return to hand for free. Ivory Gargoyle is a... Wait, does it have... Ivory Gargoyle is a 5-mana 2/2 flyer that can return... to the field when it dies, but makes you skip your next draw step when it does. Oh, so you can choose to do that? It also has the ability to pay 5 mana to exile itself forever, just so it doesn't lock you out of ever drawing cards. I see. Yeah, so the point of Blinking Spirit is that you can, like, block with it and return it to hand. So you can pay, like, 4 mana to have a free blocker. That's just, like... And Ivory Gargoyle is like, well, I have this 2/2 blocker, a flying blocker, but... I'm not gonna draw cards. We're just gonna sit here and dirtle at each other and throw Ivory Gargoyles. Ivory Gargoyle is not a May, it has to return. Okay. So you have to pay the 5 to get rid of it if you... like... But if you have multiple Ivory Gargoyles, then... those are the only creatures many decks ran. Yeah, if you have multiple Ivory Gargoyles, then you just bounce Ivory Gargoyles off of each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, I did actually see you type it, and... I think I got distracted because I was talking about Jeskai Control. Because you said the thing about Dress Down and Null Drifter. Yeah, I was trying to understand because I saw a Null Drifter and I was like, what is the point of this card? Like, why are we playing this card? I'm never casting this for 7 mana and it seems like bad divination. And then I saw the two Dress Downs and I was like, ah, I see. This is like a package of things, which is kind of wild. The point of both is that they survive the Endless Wraths and removal in the format. Yes. Oh yeah, so if you target the thing, then I can also just bounce it. Yeah, the thing that I thought about was definitely infinite blockers, but... I'm gonna Board Wrath and then... I guess you could Board Wrath and make them not draw a card, that's kind of funny. Okay, now we are gonna go. So, as I was saying, you're still here, thank you for watching, thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always, and I will see you next time. Bye everybody, bye-bye.